delighted to welcome all of you to this first seminar for students within the project funded by the European Union named Education for Technological Literacy and Inclusion. So it's a project that we have been running for more than 1 year and some months already. And there have been several sessions for lecturers, but this is the first session for students. Okay, so most of us now also some of the lecturers we are attending as students because we want to know a little bit more about advanced Excel. So I would like also to introduce the person who will conduct the seminar, that is Bakshish Sachar, and he's a researcher in the Institute of Indian Technology, Bombay. He has already successfully delivered some sessions for lecturers, and now I'm quite confident that he will also be successful with students.
I think Belen ma'am, you're muted. Hello?
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
Yes, we
yes.
can
No,
we can hear you now.
Okay. Now I wanted to say some practical issues because we are people here from different places speaking different English, all English, but with different accents. So I think Bakshi is going to make an effort to speak slowly, but no any doubt, please, anytime that you feel that he's speaking a little bit faster or he's not pronouncing slowly, you please someone raise the hand and we will be able to reconduct that. Also, if you need to ask him to repeat or to go back to some, don't hesitate to do it, okay? As if he were in your class, okay? And at the same time, also, if some of you may be feeling that you may not be able to ask that question that you may want to ask in English, don't hesitate to write it down in the chat. We are here, people who know English, Basque, and Spanish, so that we can translate immediately. So we want to make this interactive. We want to make this practical for all of us, okay, because the effort has been great to prepare it and to do it, and we like to deliver successfully. So anything also at the end of the session that someone may feel that something can be improved for the next sections, we'll be very happy to listen about it. Okay, and having said that, I leave the floor to Patricia if she wants to introduce because she's the one who is leading the greatest group. So up to you to say whatever you feel that you want to introduce the course.
I think you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
Thank you. So good afternoon here in Spain and good evening in other countries. So we are here to learn about advanced Excel with Bakshish Sachar from Bombay. And well, I think it would be a good experience, a good option to learn about a program that is very important for everyone in the enterprises, in the academy, and in everywhere. So, well, we are 15 minutes after the hour, so perhaps, Bakshish, if you want to start with the course, we will be very grateful. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Patricia ma'am, for your warm introduction. And this is where we begin with the session 1, Education for Technology Literacy and Inclusion Program, Seminar 1 and Session 1. So before I begin the session, I just wanted to just like Velen ma'am was mentioning, because I understand that the accent of English which I speak may not be very, a lot of the people in this classroom may not be able to understand it, but feel free to use it to use the chat feature to tell and ask questions. If you have any, raise your hand and please let me know. And this is a session which is also important because it is not going to be a theoretical session where I will only speak. I would really encourage the participants to also ask, and any doubts, any questions, something that you're not able to understand, please, it's a open interaction and we all are learning together. So please ask your questions. And before I begin the session, I would just like to briefly share a link with everybody in the chat, and I request everybody to answer the small questions that I'll be asking. So this is the link, and I request you to put the code 89968794, and I'll also share my screen into what I really, yes. Hmm. So yes, what you need to do right now is go to the link menti.com and enter this code and answer the questions that are asked in the poll. Any doubts which anyone has? Yes. So I hope you're able to see the, yes. So we are able to see. I hope this is the screen visible with the answers.
Yes, we can see.
Yes. So these are the
Yes, we
response.
can.
So this is the your live responses that I'm able to see in terms of how many of you know how much of Excel. And I'm very happy to see that a lot of you are know Excel at the intermediate level. If I go to the next question, just yes. I'm sure you should also be able to see the next question. If you have used Google Sheets, is this question? Yeah, now some people have started responding to this. Yeah. Great. I see a lot of you have used Google Sheets as well. So as someone was asking that if they don't have Excel installed in your laptop or in your desktop, what you can do is you can also use Google Sheets. Google Sheets provides all the basic features of Excel also, and you don't need to install it anywhere. It can directly be used through your Gmail account. And you can directly use all the Google Sheets or Excel features on the Google Sheets. And one major advantage to use Google Sheets is that while you are working on your Google Sheet, there are multiple people together can work on one single sheet. In a way, everybody can work together, and as part of your work, you can, for teamwork, it is something which is very useful. And moving on to my last question. So I asked, why do you want to use advanced Excel? Is this question? Yes, now people have started responding. For creating budgets, for analyzing data to improve your skills. to use it at work, to make analysis faster, to be able to be more efficient and create large and clear documents for classes, to make my job easier and maybe find new tricks to how to create budgets, because I think it is important for future jobs, learn new skills. Great, great, great. I'm really happy to see so many responses on these questions that everybody has given. This has given me some understanding of what is the larger goal for you to use Excel. And definitely, Excel is very useful for your academic work, for assignments, for even future, for your jobs, and for any kind of data analysis that you want to do. So I'm really happy with the responses. Now, I will slowly now just move to the part where we'll begin learning Excel. So I hope everybody is excited. And so the way we will go with this class is that I'll just quickly, in a very short span of time, tell you about the basics of Excel. Is in case anybody does not have understanding of the basics itself, then we'll just run through that in the next 10 to 15 minutes. And after that, we will directly be working on Excel sheets and we will directly be doing the activities that we have planned for the day. So yeah, so basically just the very basics of it. What is any sheet? A sheet basically it can we can use it to create charts and graphs, and we can basically edit it as per the way we want. We can use formulas and functions. So how does Excel generally look like? We have something called as a row, which is horizontal, and we have columns which are vertical, as you can see in the blue window and in the red window, and those are row labels: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the top there is the menu bar, the toolbar, the formula bar. Formula bar is very important, we'll come to that. And many of you while working on Excel would have seen that you can also create different sheets. As you can see at the bottom, you can also create different sheets, which is, as you can see, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, the grid lines. These are also things that we can remove, but these are always there. And yeah, um, this is about entering the data. And yeah, it's just, I'm sure a lot of you would have already done this much of basic of entering data. We can resize columns. We'll do it when we'll go to the Excel sheet. Um, so when you go for a right click, you see option of deleting the cell, or moving the cell, or inserting more cells, or to do any function, you can do a right click and you'll find multiple options. Please feel free to stop me in case you have any doubt. Yeah, we can also move or copy the data all at once. We'll do it once we start doing it on Excel. So this is the formatting slides, which is about how do we do formatting. And formatting can be done through rows, through columns, through the entire worksheet, through a selected, also through a selected part of the worksheet. There's an option in Excel with which we can change the format of the numbers. So for example, if we want to have decimal to point, 2 points decimal, 3 points decimal, 4 points decimal, or we don't want decimals at all, or it can even be in form of a date. And dates are arranged in a particular order. It can be date, month, year, or month, date, and year, depending on the requirement that we have. Another option to clear the cells. We'll do all this when we'll start the working on the slides. And meanwhile, also download the document if you haven't. Again, fill down. This is something which I'll show you in the Excel sheet. That way you'll be able to understand it better. Some formulas, again, the formula sheet. Formulas begin with is equal to. These are some of the formula operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and also how we can use correlations in a way that we can do not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And these are all of them are operators. And this is something which we put after we put an is equal to sign and then ask the Excel sheet to analyze it. Any doubts that anybody has till now? All
No,
right.
I think this is quite basic and
Yes,
most
yes.
probably everybody knows, no?
Yes, yes. We'll move to the functions after this, just to begin with the things that a lot of people may not know. Yeah. These are the functions: auto sum, auto filling. Some may not be knowing it. We'll be doing this once we begin. Merging of cells. Again, on the bottom right corner, we see auto calculate. Yes. So this is just a basic theory. Now we'll move to the Excel practice sheet. Can you see the Excel sheet?
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Yes, we can.
Great. Great. So today we'll be covering these 8 topics, starting from the basics of Excel, which I've already now we have done, but we'll come to some of the nitty-gritties of those basics. So I'll start with protection. How do we protect our sheets? So has everybody downloaded this? Anybody having facing problem in downloading it?
No, we have downloaded.
Great. So yes. So as you can see, this is a sheet which has sales figures for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and total. So what I have done is I have just applied a basic formula of sum. As you can see, this is where you can identify the sum formula from B4 to E4. Now, while I'm working on it, can so all the things that I'll be teaching, I'll also be asking if those people who mentioned that they are at the intermediate level and at the advanced level know this. So now I'll just protect the sheet. So what does protecting the sheet really means? So protecting the sheet means that now the sheet, once I have it, nobody can edit it. For example, if you have to send a sheet to somebody, but you are afraid that some person may make some changes to the sheet. So what you can do at this point, once you open Excel, there is an option of review. At the review option, you can go to the option called protect the sheet. Once you click on the protect the sheet option, the Excel will ask you this question. Are you able to see the small window, protect the sheet?
Yes.
Yes. So on this, we need to put a password to unprotect the sheet. So let me put the password 12345. Now I'm having options. Select the locked cell, select the unlocked cell, format rows. All of these options Excel is giving me. For right now, I just want to do it on the entire. It will also, so on the top, it also asks me protect the worksheet and content. I can also protect the entire worksheet or some part of the worksheet. Now, if I press OK, it will ask me to re-enter the password. So now after re-entering, now I have logged the worksheet. So as you can see, if I click on anything on the sheet, I cannot make any change to this sheet. And to basically make any changes to this sheet, now I need to go again to unprotect the sheet. Once I click on unprotect, then I again put the password 1234, 12345. Now, if I press OK, now I can make the changes. Now I can change the figures, and this will entirely then change the values also. So a lot of times this might be something it's very basic, but not every sometimes we tend to not understand the basics as well. Now moving on, in case nobody has doubts, I'll move on to an if statement. So if you notice, now if I change this figure to 0, so now, or if I make it 10, so now you did anyone notice something? Did something happen? Did any change on the Excel sheet happen? Okay, I'll tell what happened. So if you may have noticed, let me change this now again. If I put it 10,000, now you can see this. And if you're not able to, if you don't want to unmute, you can also use the chat feature and tell. So once I made a change to that, the entire goal met. This part got a no. Yes, I think someone wants to speak.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
going to say,
Yes, please speak.
the total sales amount also changed because you change one number in the column and the total sales as an equation in which the E4 is also, so the amount will change.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So the reason it changed, so this is something which for I know that a lot of you are business students who are studying business administration. So as you can see, it changed to no. And also if I change it to again 10,000, this is again yes. If I change it to 1 lakh, again it stays the same. So this depending on the value, again no. If I change this, so this is a formula that I have put here. And as you can see, the I have put a conditional formula here. So the conditional formula is an if formula. So what I'm saying through this to Excel is if F4, which is so it what I'm telling to Excel is F4 is more than or equal to, and now again I'm using a logical test, which is again another, I put a logical if statement here. And as per that, if it crosses particular value, the Excel will automatically put a yes or a no, which is an if formula that I've put in here. And for when you're working on your data sheets, you can also put an if formula, which is for in this case, I've put a formula of more than or equal to with the particular sheet that I'm referring to, which is, as you can see, I've put in the I sheet, which is the monthly goal. This is the goal I've put. So so anybody who is doing more than 34,000 sales is automatically getting a yes. If what I do, if I change it to 50,000, now you see everybody is a no. Were you able to see this difference? And if you want,
Yes, but maybe Bakshish, can you explain how to write that formula?
yes, I was just about to come to that. So
Okay.
what you can do, once you are at a cell, select a cell, press is equal to, and after you press is equal to, press if. You will find an option of if here. So once you reach here, do a double click here. Now bracket will open. Now what we need to do, it's a logical test. Excel is going to do a logical test, and what I will ask Excel is, I will put the sheet which is of total sales sheet, which is F5 for this case. And I'll tell Excel if it's greater than or equal to. So what I'll put is greater than or equal to, which is that this is the value that I am having. And after that, I put a goal, which I'll put this as the goal for the sheet. And based on that, I will ask Excel to use the word yes, and then again, and yeah. So as you can see, Excel said no to it. So just look at for your understanding, just look at the formula that is being used. Yeah. The formula that I'm using, I'll copy paste the formula in the chat as well. Just in case you're facing difficulty, you can use it and you will be able to understand the logic behind it. Yes. So the logic is, yeah. Yeah. So just notice the formula. The logic is if F5 is this part, if 47,970 is more than or equal to the number I sheet, which is 50,000. If it is more than that, then it's a yes. If it's not more than that, it's a no. That is how the formula is put for it. Yeah. So as you can see, this is 47,000. If I change it to 50,000, it automatically becomes a yes. Why? Because I've told Excel in a logical statement that if it achieves a goal of more than 50,000, it will give a yes to it, which is this part. This is what I'm giving. I'll put the formula once again. Is equal to if, double click on if. Now I will select the cell which I want to refer to. Let's refer to this cell, F6. After F6, now I tell the logic to Excel, which is more than is equal to, basically, which I'm telling that is if the value is more than that, then only it would say yes. After putting this, I will now have to choose more than is equal to, then this, which is I1. After I put, so I'm telling that if the value is more than 50,000, then only say yes. After press choosing that, I will press a comma and then put inverted commas and then press yes. Inverted commas close, comma, open inverted commas again, because I need to give, it's a logical test. So it's a yes or a no. So after that, I then press no. And again, inverted commas close. And again, brackets close. And if I press enter, it says no. So how can I change this no to yes? Can anybody tell me? Is there, if you're not able to understand the language, please, you can use the chat also. If you're not able to understand. Or if you're able to understand, please give a thumbs up. It will help me know how many people are able to know what I'm doing. Yes, Joanna. Change the sign. Okay. Changing the order, yes or no? Okay. Sure. So, yes. So I'll change the sign. Let me put, for example, let me say, instead of yes, let me say great. Let me say over here, bad. Bad performance. Great performance, bad performance. So now it says bad at this part. Why? Because my monthly goal, which is this, let me zoom in a little bit also in case you're not able to see. Hope this should be much more visible. Yes. So as you can see now it has changed to great and bad. If I apply, and I can apply the same formula here. I pull it down, the same formula can go there, but yes. So yeah, so in that way, I can change the word into anything, and I can also change the order of it. So if I say good here and bad here, the order will be changed. So yeah, so now what I just, yes. Yes, anybody has a question? Changing the order, what is it for? So this is a if statement, which I'm using on Excel. Yes. Yes, you have a question? All right. So if everybody has understood this, can we move forward then to the next topic?
Yes.
Yes. So now
Sorry,
I'll
I
just,
still have a question.
yes,
I wrote
yes,
it down.
yes. Yeah, what question do you have?
The dollar symbol, what is it for? You wrote it in your statements.
The dollar symbol. So the dollar symbol, if you notice, so this is something which Excel automatically uses, and that is used for identifying the particular alphabetical order of the cell. So if you notice this formula, it does not have any dollar symbol here. Just a second, but mm, yeah. So there is no dollar symbol here, but if you notice this, so in this Excel, this is for a formula bar. And dollar symbol, Excel automatically picks it up as something which is used for identifying particular bars.
Okay, thank you. Just enough.
Yes.
What else?
Yeah. Yes, you have a question, please.
I have a question. How can you change the simple no to
Mhm.
no bonus? In the you have no in goal mate,
Mhm.
but then you have no bonus. How can we write the sentences?
The sentence, to add sentence, I just need
Yes,
to put it. I need to just.
here is the formula. Here's the formula. It's like no, but
Hmm.
in the other column you have no bonus.
Yes. So
Yeah.
as you can see, what I am telling to Excel in this is and if H6, which is this column, if
Yes.
it's equal to or more than 8,000, then only,
Okay.
so this is again in the formula. I did not, because I felt that a lot of people are feeling it challenging here. That's why I did not
It's another
go there.
formula. It's
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's the same formula, but I've just changed the words. Yes, yes, you have a question.
But Bakshish, I'm sorry. I do have a question. Like when we understand that we need if statement in this time, and what is the better way to use if statement for solving some issues?
You mean mathematical questions?
Yeah, for example, in this slide that you are showing it, like how we understand that we need here if statement.
Mhm. I'm not able to understand the question that you're asking. Like, if I have to, how to use it in a better way, you're asking that.
Yeah, I am asking that like in this spreadsheet that you are showing, and you are
Mm-hmm.
using a formula of if statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, how we understand for like making equality or separating something to use if statement when we need to use if statement.
So we can use it if statement for sometimes, like in this case, this is if there is a goal that we have, goal of reaching X number of target. The target could be anything. And if people are achieving that target, that way for a team, it is easy to manage if people to understand who all have achieved the target and who all have not achieved the target. That is one way where this is being used. Like in this, as you can say, goal met, yes or no. And in case they have exceeded the target.
You're mute.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so
Okay,
this is one way that
you're mute again.
is it. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're fine now.
Yeah, yeah. So one way is to mathematically just understand which numbers are. So let me put something very basic: 5, 10, 15. And if I put an if statement, if and this, and if I say is equal to this, comma, and now I use inverted commas, false. So this can also be used for true and false.
Mhm.
So did you notice how, so Excel gave me a result. So I said that H14, which is 10,
Yeah,
is equal to, is more than or
13.
equal to, is 5.
Mhm.
And then I said false. So technically it's wrong because 10 is bigger than 5. It should be true.
Uh-huh.
But because I've given a conditional statement to Excel to believe that 10 is smaller than 5, that's why Excel believes that it is smaller. So it can be used in any way. It can be used in whichever way that you want. Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think it's good that we move forward. We can also come to doubts at the end also so that we're able to cover other parts.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. Yes. So now we'll move to date and time extension. This is also, date and time extension is also something which is very, I'm sure a lot of you would have known, but in case some of you may not have known, I'll just show it here. So when you're working on your Excel sheet, just for example, type January. Let me type today's day, 7th November 2023. And over here, I type 8th November 2023. And I want to type it for the entire month. So if I start typing it for the entire month, it will take a lot of time. What I can do is I can select these two and drag it here. Now you will notice it will give me all the dates. And today is a Tuesday. So, and tomorrow is a Wednesday. So what I can also do, I can just simply drag it and Excel will create all of it for me. So that way it will be something which is very easy. The reason why is it repeating? It should not repeat. But now to clear cells, just go here and I go clear, all of it clear. This is something which is very basic and but it's very useful because then you don't have to type the days and the dates again and again. Any doubt here? Great. So moving forward, what if we've also touched upon what if. Now moving to hyperlink management. So hyperlink is also something which is it's similar to inserting a link here. So for example, I have a resource and let me name it. I have a website on climate change. Then I have a website of mm, European Union. And I want my team members to look at the data in terms of the website to directly go there. So one way is to directly go to the website, to the Google and type it. But in Excel, what we can also do is we can insert a link. So how this can be done? So as you can see, so now this is about inserting a link here. And while I'm doing this here, by the way, some of you mentioned that you're familiar with Google Sheets. So I can also show you how the same things can also be done on Google Sheets. Let me just create a new sheet for you. Yes. So for example, so now, yes,
Uh, is there a
yes.
big differences between Google Sheet and Excel, or they are similar to each other?
So at the basic level, Google Sheet and Excel can do basic functions, but Excel gives more flexibility as compared to Google Sheets when it is about the advanced features of Excel. That is when
Okay.
one major benefit of Google Sheets is that Google Sheet can allow multiple people to work on a sheet at once. Multiple people can work on it at once. So in that way, for collaborative work, for business related business development or collaborative work, multiple people can work on it at once. So
Which one is more safer?
So in terms of safety, I think MS Excel is better if you have confidential data and data which you would not want to be visible to anybody, because the data is stored in your laptop. And what Google is on a cloud basis. It's on a cloud. So because it is a cloud, it can be accessible. There are safety concerns. But yes, like I mentioned, Excel sheet, if you use, that is only accessible to you. And
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
so yeah, as I was showing about these hyperlink management. So for example, on Google, I have a link. For example, I need to gather Wikipedia links. I go here, I copy paste the link, I do a right click here. And after doing a right click, there's an option called insert link. So now once I insert the link here and apply, so now if I'm working on a sheet, let's say list of websites, and I name the websites here. For climate change, let me write UNFCCC, European Union. Any suggestions anybody has here in terms of any websites that you would like, or let me put World Bank and UN. So now, yes, you want to say something? Yes.
E4TLI website.
Which if E4TLI website? Yeah,
Yeah, our project website.
great, great. Thanks. Thanks for that. So now what I can just do, I can simply go on a right click and I can open the website. Like, should be able to find it. Yes. Yeah. So I go here, I copy the link, I put it here, insert the link here, and I apply it. It's here. Similarly, same way I can do it for all the links. And I don't even need to open the website. I can do a right click, copy link address, and this should also work. This really saves a lot of time when you are working on your business development programs. If you have to do research, now putting link for every other thing, it becomes very tiring. But if you use this approach, it saves a lot of time. Now, any doubts that anybody has on hyperlink management, date and time, basic about basic formulas? Mm, no. If not, I'll move forward to the enable how to add. Does anybody here know how to add on features of Excel? There is a way that you can also add on features.
I think there is an answer, a question
Yeah.
that has not been answered by Lara
The
Salguero.
formula, yes, the formula if is the same as Google Sheet as in Excel. Yes, you can use the same. I'll show it to you on. So most of the formulas on Excel are same. So you can see it's a logical expression. It returns value depending on logical expression. So let's try one also in case you have a doubt. Let me say achieved, marks achieved, target, pass, fail. Let's say marks achieved is 50 out of 100, but the target was 60. So now I need to tell pass and fail. So add one is equal to if. So just understand it is a basically a logical expression that we are asking Excel. So now we open if. Now the marks. So what I will tell is D5 more than is equal to If it's, let's do less than and is equal to, now we have the target. So based on this, I will ask Excel to say in inverted commas, pass, inverted commas close, comma, inverted commas open, fail, inverted commas close, and brackets. See, now if, for example, you are working with certain targets, you put a particular formula in your Excel sheet, and after that, based on the result that you see, you can quickly get it. So similar, I can do the same for, like, let me put 45, let me put 67. Target remains the same. Let me put it down. See, it was not required that I put each and every data. If I drag the file, if I drag it, so I'll just undo it. So as you notice, I have said this is the formula. I'll paste the formula also. So this way you can use it for anything. Yes. Was this helpful, Lara? Yes. So you can drag it down and it will be applicable to the entire sheet. Similarly, if I, let me give outstanding criteria. Let me give it 80. 80 is the outstanding criteria, and some people have achieved it. For example, so again, I can put this here is equal to if the number, putting it into more than 80, since this is the criteria, but I should choose this sheet. Then later on, I'll fill the value. I'll say achieved, close, not achieved, and I close it here. So right now it's saying not achieved. One reason is also that I did not put anything here. Now if I put 80 here, and if I change this to yes. So there is one particular observation that in case anybody has over here in the formula. Can anybody tell me? Okay, I'll tell. So over here, what I have said to Excel is that in case somebody has really achieved it or not. So I've again used the same formula is equal to, or if D9, which is 86, is less than F9, F9 is 80, and that is after that I put achieved and not achieved for Excel to understand it. So this is just the basic formula with which you can really put in anything, any numbers, and that way it will be able to analyze it such a way that you can put a conditional statement to it. So now while we are doing this, I'll also try to make it a little more interesting. So let me just on the data side. Yes.
There is also another question that you have not been able to answer in the chat.
Yes. Why sometimes you have to use comma and other times colon. Okay. Comma and colon. So I have not used colon anywhere. Can Carmen, can you tell me where have I used colon? This comma is used as a separator value to tell Excel that moving on, this is the next one. But colon, I don't think is being used till now.
In the bonus statement, you use it, it's used there
Okay.
in the Excel.
Bonus statement. Just a second. Is it, wait, this is also having commas.
I'm seeing the I7.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, wait. Oh, this is not a colon. It is basically something which is, so this is telling the range. Where is the colon part? Wait, I'll have to zoom in. Wait. Where is the colon? You mean this? Do you mean this part? B9 to E9.
Maxis, could it be that Excel in India and Excel in Europe works different way? Because sometimes depending on the, as we usually use the point and the comma for the figure in a different way, not sure, maybe it could be that
Could be.
Excel works in different way in different financial figures, no? Because I think the British way of showing the figures and the Latin way is different. Could be that. Maybe you can search for it and find the
Yeah. I
Could
get it.
be.
It could be. So I'll tell what this means, what colon means. Colon means it's a range operator. A range operator means I am telling Excel from B9 to E9, which means this entire sheet. Can you see that this part is highlighted in red? This part where my mouse is. So this is highlighted in red. The reason why this is highlighted in red is that this is a range which is given to Excel. So the Excel is functioning with that range. And it is in general in Excel, like colon operator is used as a range. So it gives a range. So for example, if I say is equal to, so is this the Carmen? Is this the sign that you're referring to, like D4 to D10, which is coming? I'll
Referring to
try.
that. She's referring to
If I
this
put
one.
comma, it was error. No.
Like in my Excel, I can see the semicolon being used instead of the colon. That's
All right.
probably what was told before. It might be different.
Yes, it might be that. So it is a range operator. When I say range operator, I mean that, for example, I want to do a sum. I do an is equal to, and I do a formula of sum. Now, if I want to choose something, I can do like this, which will automatically select, but I don't want to do this. I want to put it manually. I'll put it C4 colon C10. Now, if you notice, it automatically selected it and it has given me the sum. So colon is basically used for range, to identify the range or the sign. So in Europe, it might be this sign. In India, it is this sign, two dots. I think in Europe, it is single dot and a comma, which is the colon sign. Does this help you, Carmen? I have the same problem because in drive to write, if I do formula, you need to put this, then this. Um, uh, is it possible if you can share your screen, I can help you better?
Lara, can you share your screen?
Or if you're, yeah, can you repeat? Yeah, so we were asking if you have a doubt, you can share your screen and I can directly tell you what to do. So share option is there on the top right corner.
Go
On
to
the
the
top
top,
right.
right, next to the yellow, the red bottom.
Yes, we can see your screen now. Okay, what you're doing is okay. So what you need to do is that you need to, instead of a colon over there, you need to put a comma over there. Yeah, in the other part also put a comma. Error. Okay. So wait. Let me do one thing. Let me copy the formula in case that is becoming a problem. Oh, this is your formula is saying SI. It's a if formula, IF. I have pasted the formula in the chat for you. Oh, you
That's why, again, SI means if
okay.
in Spanish. So most probably Excel has it. So SI means if in Spanish. So
Okay.
I think Excel also in different languages work in a different manner. So I think maybe
Yes.
this is the first learning of this advanced Excel. That when you
Yeah.
are working internationally, that most probably the people who will go for business, they have to work internationally. The first thing you need to know is that the financials, the figures, everything in Excel works. You have to always adjust and ensure that you are working in the same file, no? Because Excel works in a different language also in every different country.
Yes, definitely. That is true. At least, can Carmen, is it possible if you can copy paste the formula, if that will work for you? the formula that I've given. I know you would have to change it a little bit as per the language, but yeah. And I think we can now move forward and address these queries at the end. So otherwise we don't miss out on the rest of the topics. So yes, so I was coming to this part. This is again something which is related to how we can, yeah, we were at the sort and filter feature. Yes, so as per the data sheet that you received, we can do this with this data. Can everybody come to this sheet, sales data for the sheet that was shared to you? Yes. So what I will right now show, anything, Belen ma'am? Sorry, you
Just,
had
so
another.
just agreeing that we can see. We can.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the sales data, which is the fourth sheet in the Excel in the file that I've shared. So what I will use, this is a very important feature. You can do a lot of things with this, and please listen to this part very carefully. So we will use, first we will start with the filter feature. So on your Excel, on the top right corner, there is something called sort and filter. You can click on it, and there's an option called filter. So yeah, so let me, for example, what this data is. So this data is giving me sales for April month, financial year 2019-20. Location, Delhi, Bombay, Delhi, Mumbai, Jaipur. These are some cities in India, and this is the different types of data that I have and the sales for it. So what I can do, I can select the top corner C. Once I select it and I go to the sort and filter feature, after I click here at filter, there's an option, a down arrow which comes here. I hope everybody is able to see this. Once I click on this, it gives me option to filter out for these 5 cities: Delhi, Jaipur. One is the location, which is not what we need, but it automatically takes it because that's the formula. Then Mumbai and Surat. So if I want to see only the data for Delhi, I can just select Delhi and press OK. So now I'm able to see all the data of Delhi, and I don't have to look at other data, as you can see. So you can also notice the Excel is skipping 5 after 599, 602, because the other data is not of Delhi. So similarly, you can apply this to any business data that you get, or any sheet, any data that you get, and this will help you take out that data. One more point, one more interesting feature which Excel has here. So this is based on alphabets: Delhi, Jaipur, Mumbai. One more kind of filtering which Excel provides, which I'll create here, is that now I'll just create some blank slides of different color. So as you know, I can do coloring from here. Let me color it differently. Yeah. Yes. So for example, I have these two colors. I click here, and a lot of people know that there is filtering on the basis of name, alphabets, but we can also do filtering basis of cover color. So I go on filter here again. That filter is disabled. Now I click on filter. Now I have the option. So now this sheet is completely blank. It does not have anything. Now I can use the option filter by color. So if you have multiple colors in your sheet, you can also filter by color. And now I do this. Now, based on the color, Excel is only showing me these three. So this is something that a lot of people know filter, but a lot of times people don't try that there's an option to do it from basis of color also. This also you can try. And similarly, also you can do a no fill, which will show everything but without the color sheet. And when you do right click, you can also clear the filter. Now it's cleared and now you can see like this. Similarly, if I want to do a sort feature, so sorting is to put things in order the way, for example, if I want. So I know sales from different parts of the locations, but I want to put an order. I want to know who did the highest and who did the lowest. If I want to know that, again, I go on the top, I click here. Now this column is selected. I again go on the top right side. So there is an option to sort smallest to largest, largest to smallest. If I go for smallest to largest, it is also saying that if I want to expand the selection, I say okay, expand it. Now it is telling me that which product, for example, these are the product codes. Which product did the lowest sale, and taking that, it can take me all the way to understand like which products did the highest and which product did the lowest. And it is a very useful feature which you can use across different parts for your Excel related problems. Now if I go ahead here again, I go again sort. It's asking that if I want to expand the selection, I say yes, and I put it on sort. The reason why it's important to also expand the selection, you notice that the month also changes, the financial year, location, everything changes. So it is sorting the entire sheet as per the command that I'm giving. And Excel, like a lot of times for quick calculation, we do a sum formula. For example, if I want to do a sum of these two, these items, and if I close it, this gives me a sum. But if the sum is too big, so it's showing like this, but this is the sum. So one way to also get it quickly is if you select these on the bottom right, if you see this area, sum, this can also give the basic information that you need and the count of it, like the count is 7 here. So sort and filter features are one of the most important features in Excel, and you can use it in different kinds of different ways. So let me again. So there's an option of custom sort also. For example, I don't want to do smallest or largest. I just want the amount which is in between, which is middle. So I go here, I say expand the selection. Now this is asking me to put the levels. So this is smallest to largest. Now go on a custom list. Press on custom list. And now in the custom list, if I put an entry, so this is mentioning dates. We don't need dates, but option. This is again cell color, font color. Font color is also there. Yes. Yeah. So over here, you can directly do it from all the months. Like I can choose month, oldest to newest, newest to oldest, for example. So this gives me automatically in terms of the order 2018, then I have 19, then I have like that. So if I select this and again go to custom, yes, now it's telling me column wise. If I go here, yes. So this way we can use Excel for its various sorting and filter mechanisms. And since we have 10 minutes left for this class, I can teach something additional. Like for example, okay, so this is like, for example, it is with 0.13, but I don't want to have it like this. So there is an option here for numbers. So if I don't want the decimal, if I put number, so I can even change the way it looks like. So this can convert into percentage. If I want it without percentage, this is with decimals, and the decimal values as you can notice, the decimal values are shifting now. But if I want decimal values, it can keep increasing. Right. Yeah. So I can change the decimal values like this. this option is there in the number option. You come here and this is again something that you can see with different options: date, currency, number, general, which is no specific format, and fraction, or if you want scientific, in whichever way you want, you can do it. And for example, for this data that I have, if I saw,
She's trying
yes,
to check there in the
yes,
number. If also there is, if you go to, can you open it again? You go to
yes,
the number, maybe accounting, and it may show different kind of accountings. Just to
yes,
solve this column and semicolon issue.
yes.
Accounting.
So yes, yes. So in accounting, it shows the currency. So for example, if I put it here and I say currency, so yeah, it makes the currency visible. So in accounting, I can change the currency to any, you can see here, you can come here. I hope this box is open with format cell box is visible.
Yes.
Yes. So I can come to
the Spanish.
yes, we had Spanish. Yeah, we have euro as well. So I can put decimal places, or I can decide from here how many decimal places I want. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. If I put OK, so now it shows me in euros.
Yeah, but what I mean is that the figure, you have 12,667.00. No? Usually the Spaniards will write 12.667,00.
Okay.
So that is this the way that you are showing. This is the British way. There is another way. I don't know if it is possible to change it or not, or it comes by default when you buy the software.
Possible. That can be possible because you're saying it shows full stop and then comma after that.
Yeah. Yeah, usually in India or in British or colonized countries is 12.667,00.
Okay.
No, but in Europe, usually rest of when it has not to do with UK is 12.667,00.
Okay. Okay. I think
So
it is.
Yeah.
It is fixed like that because of the version. But let me try if this. Is it like this? No.
No.
No. Okay. What's the version?
Okay.
There
We
are,
can check it.
yeah.
We can check it for tomorrow.
Sure, sure. I'll check it. Maybe it is the version because when we install Excel, Excel asks where are you, where are we from?
Yeah.
So yeah, that might be the thing. So while we are doing this, let me also tell something and a few more basics of Excel, which some of you might be knowing, but it's still good to know. Let me write today is a great day because I got to learn Excel. Great. So, and if I have something written here, learn. So now this is a sentence here, but this sentence is not visible in your Excel. So this is something which is very important because when we are working with Excel sheets and there are long sentences written, but we cannot see them. What should be done? I will tell, but if anybody here knows what should be done here, anybody wants to type it in the chat. So what I want to do, I want to see this entire sentence. What should I do?
Right click.
Right click.
Then format Now, what is it? Sorry. Number.
Format cells.
Cell, yeah. Then number.
Yes.
Alignment.
Okay.
And text.
Great. That's correct. There is a easy way to do it also. I'll tell the easier way. The easy way is at the home option, there is an option of wrap text here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, if you click here, it shows directly here. So that is also possible. That is correct, but that is a little long to do. This is more quick. And
I learned something good.
yes, and for example, if I want to give this sheet and give some instructions to somebody, for example, let me insert a cell here. There's a two blank cell now. So if I'm sending this to somebody in my team and I want to tell them something, I've told the same thing to the person on the email, but what if the person does not read the email or does not check and directly downloads the file? What I can do is right here. So first thing that a lot of you may know is also that there's a feature called for somebody's attention. Now let me just first write it here. Calculate the average of Delhi, Mumbai, Jaipur, and Surat cities for sales. So this is my instruction to the person that I want. And if something is written here, the person will not be able to read here. So let's not have that. What I will do, first, I will select these top cells and first I can do merge. Now you can see it is merged. Now I have given the instruction, but still it can happen that the person misses it. Now what I will do, I will highlight it in a very bright color, yellow. Second, then I will bold it so that it's more visible. Now, if the person is moving down, so now wait, view. So there's an option. I've already had frozen it, but yeah. So now if I go down, suppose some person can miss my instruction. What I can do now for the person to be careful is I merge these two so that it's big. And now I go to the option called freeze panes. It's in the view option. Now there's an option here called freeze top row freeze. So it has only frozen that row, but that is what I used. Yeah, but it can even freeze more than that. So if I say freeze top row, now even if I move down, that top row is visible. So the person who I've given instructions can use this. I mean, that person can be careful about the instruction, and this way I'm able to grab the attention of the person. This feature of Excel is called freeze panes. Now, similarly, I'm watching this data. So this is a very short Excel sheet, but there are long Excel sheets also. I can show something that I'll be using. Yes, this is one more sheet that I'll be using. Is it visible? The data, renewable energy, electricity, Afghanistan, everything.
Yes.
Yes. So in this sheet, you can notice that there's a lot of data, and if I go on this side, I will not know which country. So again, in such cases, I can go on view, I can press freeze panes. It can also freeze the side panes. It can freeze the first column. So now I can go down, I can go on the right also, but the country names are stable. So I can still, the country names are frozen. So I can use that and I can navigate through my sheets. Similarly, I can freeze the top row. Now, if I go down, I can still have access to the country name. I can access to the left row and the right row, both of them. This is called the freeze pane feature of Excel. Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes. And for this, maybe we have already reached 8:30 here, and I think it's 4 p.m. in Europe right now. But we can just also show that the page division, this is a view option through which page division can be seen. This is the view function of Excel. Yes, page divides the page, gives the page layout, and these are the custom views, but we can go to normal. Any doubts, any questions that anybody has on anything which was taught, please feel comfortable. The more you ask, the more you will learn it.
Okay, so Baxis, thank you very much for your explanations. I think should finish up now, and tomorrow we can pick up where we left today. Thank you very much, Baxis. Thank you very much, Belen.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your assistance, and we will be waiting for you here tomorrow to make progresses in Excel, we hope. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow at 2:30, like today.
Yes. We'll do a little. Today's session was very basic, but tomorrow we'll go a little more advanced, and I'm sure that there'll be a lot of new learnings for everybody here. And if anybody has any feedback for me, please, if you want me to speak slow, if I'm speaking fast English, please tell me. I will try to speak slow so that you're able to understand it better and we are able to learn Excel together and you're able to use it for your future careers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was great.
Yes, thank you.
Great. So see you everybody tomorrow, and I hope I'll be able to see some videos on so that I know that there are people who are listening as well. It'll be a good site for me.
Okay, Baxis and Belen, we will stay for a minute, please. Just to.
Yes.
Bye bye. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Let's wait till everybody.
Yes, we have 40 something already there people. Well, the first day has done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think side a good contribution and also from Magic. There were many people from Magic.
Too. Yeah.
From Portugal and few from India. Because for India it's very late. So we are going to all the recordings we are going to do last session with the people in most.
I think the recording is on right now also.
Yes, we can stop the recording now. I'm going to stop it. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes.